Hey everyone, welcome to the Pen and Predicament. I'm Caleb, and today we're going to do my 3 fantasy bookings for All Out 2022. These are just meant for fun. They aren't serious or anything like that. Chase and Sean will also be doing their 3 fantasy bookings for this pay-per-view. Those videos will be out later today or tomorrow. But yeah, without further delay, let's get into it. First up, we have the Trios Tournament Finals. Pretty sure it's going to be Kenny and the Bucks versus Dark Order and probably Hangman. It's early Wednesday morning, so Dynamite hasn't aired yet, and neither is Rampage, so we really don't know who the final 2 teams are, but presumably it's going to be those 2. I think they have a great match that only these 6 men can really do. There's going to be great storytelling with Hangman, Kenny, and the Bucks, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this match plays out. But for this scenario, Hangman and Reynolds are down on the outside of the ring. Kenny and John Silver are in the ring working. John Silver's doing his thing. He's hitting with the elbows, the punches, the heavy strikes, the fast strikes that he does. He's got the crowd, in the palm of his hand. They're going crazy. Kenny comes back, overpowers him, hits him with the one-winged angel, and gets the pinfall victory. After the match, Dark Order and Hangman congratulate Kenny and the Bucks. Kenny and the Bucks have this moment with Hangman before Hangman and Dark Order go to make their way to the back. While Kenny and the Bucks are celebrating in the ring, they get ambushed by Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole. Hangman and the Dark Order are up at the top of the ramp. They turn around and see it. They rush down to the ring, help Kenny and help the Bucks thwart off Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. Send them, packing. And finally, we get Kenny hugging it out with Hangman. Hangman hugging it out with the Bucks. Just this great reunion. And to show that the past is in the past and they're only going to move forward now. I think out of all the bookings that I have, out of the 3 that I have, this is probably the one that's the most likely to happen. But, time will only tell. For all we know, Dark Order gets put out and it'll be best friends come Saturday or Sunday. So, really excited to see this one go down. For my second booking, I have Pat calling out Kip Sabian for what he done last week in their trios match. As you know, Pac went up to some random guy that he thought was Kip Sabian. He pulled the box off his head. Turns out it wasn't. Kip coming from behind, hit him. He's also been following him around in the UK while Pac's been defending the All Atlantic title. And I think this is where finally Pac calls him out and he says, "Look, man, if you wanted a match, all you had to do was ask." He challenges Kip to a match at All Out for the title. And at the pay-per-view, they're having a great match because, it's Pac and it is Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian, I think, is definitely one of the most underrated wrestlers in the world, and he's definitely an underrated wrestler in AEW. But he's also been out for a year and a half with injury, so it'll be really cool to see him back finally in the ring. I think this is where it happens. Kip comes down to the ring alone. Kip doesn't have Penelope in his corner throughout the match until the end of the match, when Penelope finally comes out, jumps on the ring apron to cause the distraction. Pac turns around, he's yelling at her, telling her to get out of here. The referee's doing the same thing, but what the ref doesn't see is Kip low-blowing Pac. Penelope jumps down off the apron. Ref turns around, he sees Kip hit the Deathly Hallows on Pac and pins him clean right in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. We have a new All Atlantic champion. I would really love to see that happen. Like I said, I think Kip is one of the most underrated wrestlers in the world right now. He is very talented, great on the mic, great in ring. He's got a lot of charisma. He really deserves the title, and I think this is where they do it. So, for my third and final booking, I have the world title match. This one's a little far-fetched, but, hey, it's for fun. Moxley comes out to the ring, shoots a promo. He says he spent all week thinking about how he obliterated CM Punk. He says, "I told you, words are just words. They mean nothing in a wrestling match." And after thinking about it all week, that win wasn't good enough. I didn't want to beat you in 3 minutes. I wanted to beat the crap out of you. I wanted to make you bleed, prove that I am no interim champion. I am the champion. So he challenges Punk to a rematch Sunday at All Out. Tells Punk to come out to the ring, and Punk obliges. Hulk's personality hits. Punk comes out, but Punk's in a wheelchair. He has a boot on his foot, and he says, "Hey man, I'm injured. There's nothing I can do. I really can't wrestle you this weekend. I am way too injured to do this. However, a person in mind that will definitely challenge you if you're man enough to take it." Moxley says, "Of course I'm man enough to take it. I'm not scared of anyone." So we get to the pay-per-view. Cult's personality hits. Punk comes out. Again, he's still in his wheelchair. Still has the boot on. Has a microphone in his hand. He tells Moxley his opponent's a young talent. He's the future of pro wrestling. He's a snake, and he's going to bite the head off Moxley. He tells him, "Mox, he's better than you, and you know it." MJF's music hits. He comes out. Crowd is booing. They realize Punk's just turned heel. Punk goes over to the commentary table where he will be at the entire match, and the whole time he's putting over MJF, talking about how great he is. You know, they'll even bring up, well, what about the feud that you had with him? Like, it's bygones. We've come together to do one thing and one thing only, and that's end Moxley. So they're having their match. They're both busted open toward the end of it. They're both exhausted. Max hasn't wrestled in 4 months at this point, 5 months. So it's been a while. Moxley, of course, bloodied up. Finally, Punk leaves the commentary table in his wheelchair. He goes down the ramp. He gets there, and Moxley notices. He turns around. He's cussing him. He shoots him the bird, and Punk stands up, showing that he was lying the whole time. He's not injured. He just wanted to fool Moxley. The referee's turned around. Mox is turned around. But in the back, we see Max stand up, takes the Dynamite Diamond ring out. Moxley turns around, pegs him right in the face, puts the ring up, hits him with the Heat Seeker. 1, 2, 3. New World Champion, MJF. The way it should have always happened. MJF should be the next longest reigning world champion in AEW history. Give this man everything he deserves. He has put the company on his back, is the guy. He is so talented at everything he does. It definitely, if Max is in this match, MJF has to win. You can't have him lose in his big return back. And especially with Punk aligning himself with him and them turning heel, I think that is the way it has to go down. And that are my 3 picks for All Out 2022. Let us know down in the comments what you thought about it. Let us know your fantasy bookings for the pay-per-view this weekend. Like I said earlier, Chase and Sean will also be having their 3 fantasy booking videos uploaded either today or tomorrow. We're really having fun with doing this. We hope you enjoy it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. The links will be down in the description of the video. And we will see you soon. Thanks, everyone.